So, just recently, I went out to get sushi with my family for the first time, going out to a restaurant since the pandemic. And I just wanted to share my experience on here as well as sharing some sushi history. Sushi is one of my favorite foods, and I find it to have one of the most interesting and fascinating histories. So, I hope you enjoy. So sushi came to be in about the 9th century in Japan. Originally, it was raw salted fish, which was getting stored in fermented rice. The rice was a agent in preventing the fish from spoiling. So the rice wasn't eaten originally. It was just used to preserve the fish in the fermented rice juices. Since it was fermented, the fish which was consumed, it had this kind of sour taste, which is how sushi got the name. It actually translates to sour tasting. In about 1800 AD, they began pickling the rice instead of fermenting it. So they would soak the rice in vinegar, and this is what they used to keep the fish from going bad. And ever since they did this, they really enjoyed the taste of the vinegary rice with the fish. And then that's when they started having the rice alongside the fish instead of just having the rice be a way of preserving the fish. And then in about 1750, the seaweed sheath was invented, or nori, which gave way to the first modern sushi roll being invented with the vinegary rice. In fact, vinegar is still added into sushi rice, wrapped in this nori, and this made it very easy to just put in your mouth and eat, and it rapidly became popular in Japan. Sushi was consumed ever since its invention in Japan, but it didn't gain popularity in the United States until about the 1980s. It was first introduced, I believe, in the 1960s, but it didn't become more widespread until the 1980s. And most sushi restaurants were on the west coast of the United States, where many Japanese Americans migrated to the US. And in fact, even today, most sushi joints are located closer to the coast, but they are still found across the United States, and many Americans enjoy sushi. In fact, sushi has become very Americanized with inventions of the roll, like the California and the Philadelphia roll, which can be seen on menus across the United States. So, like I mentioned before, this was my first time eating in a restaurant since the pandemic happened. Sushi is one of my favorite foods. Um, so while I was at the restaurant, it was definitely very different from the normal atmosphere. There was plastic everywhere hanging from the walls and in between all the tables. And the waitresses and waiters all had masks on. And we also had paper menus instead of their normal menus. That's actually a picture of my sushi restaurant from the outside. If anyone's from Long Island, it's Hoshi Sushi in Stony Brook. And then that's also my picture of my meal from that night. I got an eel avocado roll, a spicy crunchy tuna roll, and a roll with tuna, avocado, tobiko, and cucumber. I also got green tea as well, which is very healthy for you. Green tea has been shown to improve heart health and cholesterol. So, sushi has been linked to have many health benefits. Fish is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which is very good for your heart health and your cholesterol. Nori or seaweed is linked to hormone regulation. Fish is also linked to help you metabolize better. Japan has the most amount of centenarians in the world, which is people over the age of 100. This is believed to be because of their diet high in fish and grains